Latin American team to row across the Atlantic in the world's toughest row. We have for you here Oceanida coming into the finish line. Oceanida, 4-women crew from Mexico, isn't just another team. They are the first team ever from Mexico and the first Latin American crew of any kind to enter the world's toughest row. Thank you so much for joining us here live in English Harbour, Antigua and Barbuda, for the arrivals of the world's toughest row Atlantic 2025. They're seeing their supporters, family and friends up on the fort there to the right of the screen, waving away. We've already had tears this morning, lots of laughs, lots of cheering. They don't want to come in, they want to turn around, they want to go back. They had so much fun out there. Keep your messages of support coming in. Bravo indeed.
Bravo!
Your chicas are coming in. From the Canary Islands all the way to the Caribbean, 3,000 miles of open Atlantic. They've battled sleep loss, the searing sun, a marlin strike, and the relentless ocean to get here. Smiles, laughter, dancing, singing, ukulele playing, eating, catching and eating fish has brought them across. They are meters away from the finish line. This is the heavy slog into the harbour. They come in against the headwind. Tired legs, tired arms, but the adrenaline must be pumping now.
Come on, ladies!
They've been sending out prayers and blessings to the ocean to carry them across safely, and carry them she did. Oceanida in the world's toughest row, Atlantic 2025. The name comes from Greek mythology. Oceanids were sea guardians, protectors of the water, and that couldn't be more fitting for this crew rowing for ocean conservation.
Come on! Mi país antiguo! Come on! You're nearly there! We're nearly there! Come on!
All the cheers, all the horns from the super yachts. And the flare's about to go.
Arriba, arriba, arriba!
That's it, they've done it. They've crossed the Atlantic.
Yeah!
3,000 miles of ocean rowing to get here. They can hardly believe it. They were looking around for confirmation. They weren't sure.
You done it!
They weren't sure that they'd crossed at all, and indeed they had. Thank you so much for being here with us in English Harbour.
Welcome to
I'm Charlotte,
Antigua,
reporting for the arrivals of the world's toughest row Atlantic 2025. The ultimate adventure of a lifetime, and that they had. Very clear conversation that they did not want to come in. They are ready to row to Mexico. A crew of 4 women from Mexico, the first Latin American crew ever to take on the race. They've carried their culture, their purpose and their voice across the Atlantic, rowing not just to reach the finish line, which they have, but to represent Latin America, champion gender equality and protect the very ocean they just crossed. Weeks of non-stop rowing. They haven't come off of that boat in 45 days. They started on the 14th of December 2025 and they are arriving here the 28th of January 2026. And it's time for their celebration on arrival.
Ready. Move in! Congratulations!
Keep your messages of support coming in.
Bravo, bravo!
Oceanida in the world's toughest row Atlantic 2025.
Yeah! You're on 3,000 miles later! Congratulations! Yeah!
29th team to arrive out of the 43 strong fleet. 4th in the women's class.
Yeah! Let's go! Baila, baila, baila! Yeah! Congratulations!
Oceanida carried them across. Four women from Mexico rode the Atlantic in 45 days.
Congratulations! You rode 3,000 miles! Welcome to Antigua! Welcome to Antigua! Welcome to Antigua! Yeah!
For women's equality, ocean conservation and opportunity, Eugenia, Andrea, Lucilla and Ana Lucia in the world's toughest row, Atlantic 2025. Oceanida have arrived. Keep your messages of support coming in. Ana Lucia actually celebrated her birthday, her 31st birthday, on the 21st of December. They're chanting up on the fort. I can't quite make out what they're saying. Oh yes, they have arrived. A multidisciplinary crew, professionals, endurance athletes, ocean advocates, first-time ocean rowers, but proven problem solvers, united by purpose, adaptability, and a deep connection to ocean and culture, dancing, singing, and thoroughly enjoying every single moment out there. They're rowing for Fondo, Guadalupe, Musalem, Serenas de Natividad, and Big Plastic Pledge. Causes tied to Indigenous and African Mexican girls' education, women-led marine conservation, and global action to reduce plastic pollution. First Latin American team ever to compete in the world's toughest row, having a little moment together. All women, Mexican crew carrying national identity across the Atlantic. Phenomenal. And now, stepping back onto land after weeks living at the sea, these guys are going to row themselves into the historic and beautiful Nelson's Dockyard. It won't take them very long, a few minutes to get them in, and we're going to go ahead of them. We'll be on land to meet them. We'll be on land to meet them. We'll put up a holding screen, come back in a bit to see them step onto land for the first time in 45 days. Thanks for watching so far. The first Latin American team ever to compete in the world's toughest row. All women, Mexican crew carrying national identity across the Atlantic.
100 meters. Come on, come on.
Oceanida are coming into land.
The first team of the represents Latin America. Oceanida from Mexico, represent Europa and Mexico.
A landmark moment for representation in ocean endurance sport. They rode with a commitment to sustainability. They carefully chose their food that tastes like home in recyclable, biodegradable packaging, striving to minimize waste wherever possible. Absolute champions.
Stay on the boat, yeah?
All standing for the arrival to land. They celebrated Christmas, New Year, and a birthday on board. Humor and connection kept morale high. They've got tears, they're laughing through their tears. Amplifying women's voices and adventure.
All the way from the Atlantic Ocean, 3,000 miles. Now here's the and Vincent Stoker.
We're on the boat. Venga, venga, venga. Hold that corner here. Hold that corner.
Representing Mexico, Oceanida! First time in the race history, a team from Mexico! What a way to start the morning! Ladies and gentlemen, would we like to see these 4 inspirational young women step on land? Yeah! You can do better than that. Would we like to see them step on land? Who's first?
Captain!
You're still step on. Safety first, I know, but... Who's first? Or same time? Same time. Un equipo de México! Incredible scenes here at the dockyard. The girls once again took back with family after Christmas, New Year's at sea, 3,000 miles. It's been a long journey, the family. I told them yesterday, don't have to be here too early, but I think they've been here half the night waiting, anxious about seeing the girls in Tunisia's dockyard. But here they are, so let's make some noise for Oceanida! We had a beautiful moment out on the finish line where the girls were gathering in the middle and a big hug, soaking it all in, the last oar strokes in Tunisia's dockyard after 3,000 miles. But girls, it's now time to step onto the podium. Few more hugs and then onto the podium. Hey. It feels like the podium is moving. Yes. It's not. It's only moving with emotions just in the corner. Take this around. Just okay.
Not letting go.
No, se mueve. Oh, you did? Yeah. My dad was wear it later. Okay. Where is your shirt?
No, it's only for special occasions.
Okay. This is a special?
Yeah. Okay, around your neck, around
I
your
know.
neck. Yeah, no, you're okay. Around your neck. Boom, boom, boom. Give us a go. So, if you're feeling dizzy or anything, you just flip.
Okay.
Look close and look at Penny behind.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Proving that conservation and exploration can go hand in hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed here today, this beautiful morning at Nelson's Dockyard, English Harbour, Antigua, was the arrival of our first team from Latin America, Oceanida! Who have rowed 3,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean from La Gomera. Last year they started December 14th. Now here, after 45 days, 1 hour and 35 minutes. We have fellow ocean rower here have Crystal and Kevin handing over certificate of achievements from our adjudicator Ocean Rockstars, some gift bags, some bonus information. Today is the exact day from 7 years ago where Crystal and Kavinia and the Island Girls came into the dockyard as well. So it seems like this day is for girl power in English Harbor. Once again, let's give it up for Oceanida, 45 days, 1 hour and 35 minutes. What a journey you guys have had. All up to La Gomera, to following you on your journey towards the race start has been fantastic. And for me, people who knows me and know what we do within the race, as soon as we get a new flag, we are very happy. So the first time in the race history, we have a Mexican flag represented, and we are incredibly proud of what you have done. And I look forward to more Mexicans doing the race together with other countries in Latin America. I need to know the feeling when you crossed the finish line. I saw you gathered for a hug there. What went through your mind?
It just felt unbelievable. Like I couldn't even imagine we just rode an ocean. It's just like no. But it's amazing what we've done. I think we're a great team and we had a great time. So as soon as we saw land, we were like, no, let's turn around.
You indeed had a good time. All the content you have sent back, there are obviously there's some serious talks, but there's also dancing on board. And what did you do to keep up the good vibe and energy?
Well, we think dancing and singing is the best medicine to do anything in life.
A big applause for that before you continue. I totally agree.
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree. We just love, if we had like a rough time, we just start singing or just doing silly stuff. Because I think we're all very, like, we have a child heart, no? And we just like jumping around, dancing around, and it was just amazing just to have every of us just like singing and laughing.
It was also amazing to witness with the content you sent back. Day 37, you were hit by a marlin. You had a marlin strike and it went up through the aft cabin. I've seen your repair. I mean, I need to bow for you because that repair is probably the best repair after a marlin strike I've seen. So take us back to day 37.
It was very intense. I think we saw the marlin and it just went straight for us and we were a little nervous, and then water started coming in the cabin and I think we're all really like a little bit scared, but Ana Lucia went inside real quick and she did the repair, so it's thanks to her we have such a great repair. And I think that was a really eventful week. I think the whole trip was super blissful, and then last week was marlin, storms, things breaking, and I think that really challenged us mentally, but it was really just a moment to sink in the whole experience.
Well done, and a big applause for that as well. Am I right that right now there is the spike of the marlin like 15-20 centimeters is basically pointing downwards, so you have taken it all the way here. So you have had a bit of a draft on the boat. So
we named him Silvio, like Silvio Rodriguez. So he wouldn't sing to us. Ojalá que las gotas no nos toquen el cuerpo cuando caigan.
That was the first time here on the podium, but I liked it. So world's toughest row, it's named. Was it tough out there?
It was tough indeed. World toughest row indeed. But it was so fun. It was what we all expected. I think we were prepared for war, and it made it more enjoyable for each one of us. It just accomplished everything that we wanted to.
Awesome, and thank you. Now I want this in Spanish to girls and boys, young men, young women back home in Spanish. If they're thinking about taking on an adventure, what would you tell them?
Piénsalo muy bien.
Think about it very...
No, es una experiencia que a todas nos ha cambiado. Te hace pasar por... como yo lo nombro, es una ayahuasca eterna. Entonces vas a pasar por todo tipo de emociones, altos, bajos, pero valen la pena porque la mar es una maestra y nos ha enseñado a recibir todo tipo de mensajes, de enseñanzas. Entonces los invitamos a que vengan a remar sus propios océanos.
Vale. We have a Pacific race. Last question for me. We have a Pacific race. Any talks about take the boat up to Florida, drive it across America, show up in Monterey and do the Pacific. I need to see the right face here.
Bye. I'm gonna say the official answer of everybody. We have to consider. It depends.
Depends. We're going to have some meetings here. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it all here at Nielsen Stockyard, English Harbor, Antigua, AK Paradise. We're going to do a live interview in a bit with Charlotte. Then it's all about weighing you after photo and food from Couple Number Store Hotel here behind me. But first, a big hip hip hooray, and let's get the party started and wake up the Nielsen Stockyard. Oceanida, 45 days, 1 hour and 35 minutes. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Well done, girls. Over to Charlotte.
Sister, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, fantastic, absolutely amazing. How did it feel when you saw us out there?
It was pretty exciting. It made everything a bit more real for everyone. But see! We're gonna put
Sorry, one more time.
Yeah.
How did it feel when you saw us come out to you?
It was really exciting. It made everything feel more real. And for a moment, we were not ready to hit land. We were like, take us back, like turn the boat around. Let's do this again.
I heard you. I was like, wait, what? You can always row to Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, we were thinking about it and do the Panama crossing.
A hometown row like we have with Row Aurora. Okay, so your shared purpose, it was for conservation, it was for equality for women. How did that carry you through some of those tough times out there? And squeeze in so I can get you all on camera. Yeah.
I think it's really beautiful to just think about all the women in Mexico who are struggling and who want to pursue their own dreams, and we were doing that at the moment, you know, like pursuing a calling that we have, and it's just really beautiful to invite other women in Mexico and Latin America to pursue their goals and dreams, and it's really amazing to be an inspiration. We received a lot of beautiful messages out there from women all over the country, and it was very heartful to just listen to their own stories and know that we are inspiring them to pursue their own oceans and cross their own oceans. So I think that was one of the most powerful gasolines we had on board.
Yeah, those messages really gave us a lot of force and a lot of
Strength, power.
to keep rowing, no? Just to see how this is really, because sometimes out there you're like in your head and you're like very uncomfortable and everything hurts and you're wet all the time, and receiving those messages really help us like to keep going. So
yeah, like knowing that when you're having a hard time they're thinking of you, and when they're having it's just a reciprocal relationship. Even if you don't know those women, if they're having a rough time, you're their inspiration, but vice versa. When you're having a hard time, they're your inspiration. So it's just beautiful to uplift each other and know that no matter how hard it can get, the sun always comes out. So even though we had like a week of storms, we just knew that it was going to get better. So yeah, it's just a beautiful metaphor for us.
Love that. Yes. What did you say to Mother Nature, to the Atlantic, when she really threw all she had at you? Were you saying anything to her? Were you requesting anything?
I would, because I knew so many people were cheering us on in Mexico, especially. It always felt safe. And I think it was that energy that whenever I kind of felt nervous, I would be like, you're safe, you're protected.
Yeah.
So knowing that the ocean is not being aggressive towards you, it's just showing you a different face. Yeah. And you just have to kind of look at it with a different eye, because it's not trying to get you. You just need to learn how to dance with that type of movement, no? That you're not used to, and it can be a bit like big. No, we had waves that we were like, oh,
Quite intimidating.
but intimidating, but just knowing that it's not a battle against the ocean, it's more like a dance.
And also like to change the way that a lot of people say, let's conquer the ocean. No, you can't conquer the ocean. Like the ocean guides you, no? You're like, you have to flow with the ocean, because if you don't flow with the ocean will conquer you. You know? So start like to change that set of like thinking of let's conquer the Atlantic, let's conquer the Pacific. No, let's not conquer anything. We're just little small pieces in earth that we're just flowing with the water. And yeah, that really made us like really like relax even in the tough situations, just to surrender. No, that's the word we really said, like surrender to everything.
Yeah, I think this general feeling of the ocean was like, yes, master, teach us. You know, like whatever it comes, whatever it is, you have to teach us. Then let it come and let us learn. And we know we're gonna be safe. We gotta trust our boat. We gotta trust our team. We gotta trust our knowledge. And there's nothing more than that. So the only thing you can do is just try and do what you have to do, or what you gotta do in this moment of fear or in this moment of difficulties. But the ocean knows exactly what you need to learn. So I think that was the general feeling. Like it taught us everything.
Fantastic, amazing. I want to be on your team.
You should.
Well, maybe next time.
Maybe World Toughest Row can
5 on the
sponsor the
Pacific
whole
cast is saying in my
Pacific.
ear. Oh gosh. Anyway, moving swiftly on. You've got all your friends, family, supporters, everybody back home watching. What would you like to say to them? And say it. You can say it in Spanish.
Pues gracias por todos los rezos, por toda la fuerza, la protección, sus pensamientos. En serio, sí se sentían allá afuera en los momentos más difíciles, en los momentos más tormentosos y oscuros. Nos mantenían a salvo, nos mantenían en buen camino. Entonces, pues sin esa comunidad tan enorme no hubiéramos tenido la fortaleza para cruzar un océano. Así que gracias.
Claro, y un agradecimiento enorme a todas las personas que nos estuvieron apoyando allá afuera, porque también gracias a ellos estamos aquí. Hicimos esto todo, o sea, gracias a todos hicimos esto realidad. Y a pesar de que estuvimos en mucha desconexión allá afuera, hubieron momentos donde sí llegamos a recibir mensajes de mucho amor y mucho apoyo, que en serio era bien bonito recibirlos, leerlos, y nos daban esas fuerzas para seguir.
Sí, igualmente, aparte de toda la gente que nos apoyó, la gente que nosotros, todas estas personas, empresas, marcas, es impresionante la cantidad de movimiento que hubo en México en realidad. Y todos nuestros patrocinadores, nuestros ángeles, los donadores, la gente que hizo que estuviéramos aquí hoy, en verdad que se sintió allá afuera como vivir cada esencia y cada cachito de lo que cada uno nos dio, ¿no? Desde la comida, las barritas, el barco, como todo tenía un porqué y todo tenía un quién llegó. Entonces fue también muy increíble como poder apreciarlo y también agradecerlo eternamente, porque gracias a ellos estamos aquí hoy.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's now your time to enjoy Antigua, and I'm going to work on my Spanish for the Pacific.
Fantastic.
Vámonos, vámonos. Careful when you walk down.
Our ultimate guardians of the sea have arrived. Oceanida.
Yeah. We'll just weigh you first. And then belts off, weigh you, and then t-shirts. I'll take this off. They'll say, I will.
They will get weighed.
Remember, we have 2 more arrivals today. The next one is Get Busy Rowing around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and then Falls Atlantic later in the evening. But first, let's give Oceanida one more hand.
Good. Good.
Time for them to get weighed. They will have some yummy food, some fresh food. They did take some good, delicious Mexican food on board. They wanted to take the taste of home with them, but I can well imagine that the dehydrated food can be left behind for a bit while they eat some fresh goodness, fresh fruit and salad and all the loveliness that brings. As you just heard, our next team coming in this afternoon, we have Get Busy Rowing this afternoon, and then we have Force Atlantic tonight, I think around 7ish, 7:30. Keep an eye on our updates on World's Toughest Row socials. We will keep those ETAs as accurate as we can. Obviously, it depends on their speed and also the conditions out at sea as to how quickly or how slowly they come in. You can also download the YB Races tracker and that will give you a look at all the teams that are still out there. I do believe we have 13 still to go, 29 in, 13 still to go. So we look forward to seeing you later. Thank you for joining us here live on YouTube for the arrival of Oceanida, and we look forward to seeing you later.